Now, we have two fortress sets here. The Nether Fortress and the Fortress. They're both a big castle. One of them being a natural structure that actually comes in the game, and another being a player-built structure in Lego form. But which one's the better out of the two? This is what we'll be answering today, so let's go. First of all, we're going to do a quick overview of each of the sets. So first up, we have the Fortress. With almost 1,000 pieces, it's a pretty large set with some quite nice minifigures. I feel like the minifigure collection could need a bit of work because all it is a few skeletons and stuff like that. But it does have a Steve with golden armour. That's pretty epic, and the chestplate can be quite rare. I think that it's a nice set. The way that you could build it into different formations is awesome, and I just think that the set is really well made and done super cool. The flags, the banners and everything, all the prints that they have for this set are awesome, and the whole way that they've done it is amazing, including all the features, the play features, the stables, everything to do with that, even the armor stand. I think it's an epic set with some really cool features and quite a large piece count. Now, the Nether Fortress is quite an old set, not as many pieces in this one as it is in the Fortress, but it's still a cool set. I love that it has all the nether brick pieces. They're probably one of my favourite colours of pieces, because they're very rare in the Lego Minecraft theme, because we don't get many Lego nether sets. So I think that it's nice to get a lot of those pieces in it, as well as having a ghast, where you can change your face over to make it more neutral, and then it could be shooting fireballs. It's not the most accurate ghast, but it's still quite cool. And then you also could have the zombie pigman, which is awesome. It's a really nice minifigure, and I think they did it really well. All the prints look amazing and super accurate to how they do in the game. Also, you get an Alex and Steve, so you don't just get a Steve in this one, you get an Alex as well. I think this is an epic addition. You get both of them, and that's pretty cool. In that time, they didn't really make skins, so Alex and Steve was the best that you could get. So getting them both in a set was quite cool, especially as it is a bit of an older set, so it was a bit rarer to get them. And also, I would say that the way that you can make the fortress into a different formation by just folding it over is quite cool, but I would say that there's a problem for both of them. They're both really fragile. I actually had a comment saying that they once had the fortress and it smashed into lots of different pieces after falling, and it's never been fixed since. This is a bit of a problem with some of the older Lego Minecraft sets, or some of the newer ones even. Because some of them don't use base plates, it makes it quite fragile. The way that they're connected isn't the strongest, and if you drop it, it's going to be gone. You're not going to get that back, and it's not going to be full and rebuilt ever again. I feel like this is something that Lego Minecraft really needs to work on. They should probably use more base plates for their sets than putting together plates with singular bricks. So this is a problem that both of them face. I think the Fortress more so than the Nether Fortress, just because of how it's designed. It's such a larger set, and the way that it's designed so you can take it apart makes it so it's even more fragile. So yeah, that's a big problem, and I think both of them face this problem, so it's not just leaning towards one or the other, but I do think the Fortress is just a little bit more fragile. After the overview, both sets are looking pretty good, but one of them has to win this point. I think the point that wins the overview would be the Fortress. I think the sheer size of it makes it a little bit more than the Nether Fortress in the overview style, and also being a playable structure and a bit of a larger set makes it so it's more displayable compared to the Nether Fortress. But also the Nether Fortress is a natural structure, so that gives it some displayability points. We'll see where that goes when we get to that part. So this one's going to be obvious. The next one is piece count. Now, the obvious winner of this one is the Fortress, with over 300 pieces more. It's quite a lot larger. It's a lot larger in different ways as well. It's just got more to it. I feel like there's more features in it than it does in the Nether Fortress. But you also have to think that this is a newer set than the Nether Fortress was. Only by a year or two, but that's still a bit of a difference. They could have had new pieces made, or different new things for Lego Minecraft in that time. So yeah, both are super cool sets, but obviously the Fortress will win this size point. Okay, so now we're going to move on to minifigures, where I think the obvious winner is the Nether Fortress. Now the Fortress has quite a nice minifigure, being Steve with golden armour, but it is just a Steve, And the rest of the minifigures are kind of bland, being skeletons, a horse, and a sheep. That's it. I feel like the Nether Fortress has a little bit more to offer with Bosun, Alex and Steve, a Ghast, a Pigman, and things like that. I feel like they're more interesting figures, a bit more rarer and more exclusive at the time. A lot of the minifigures in the Fortress aren't exclusive at all, except for the armor pieces that they come with. So that's a bit of a problem with the Fortress, but I feel like the Nether Fortress has a few more exclusive figures that are super cool. One thing I would say though is that the Zombie Pigman did come in a £8 set later on in 2018, but it was exclusive at the time, so therefore it would have been quite rare, because this set was quite expensive for LEGO Minecraft when it was made. So now we're going to be going for playability. So both of these sets are actually really nice. They have quite a few play features, and I think that the winner of this one is probably going to be the Fortress. I know that they're both super playability sets, but I feel like the Fortress just has that little bit of an upper hand. And the reason for that is because it can be built into different things. It's designed so you can take it apart and make it into different Fortress designs of your own. So I think that's pretty epic and inspires the creativity that Minecraft is meant to. I feel like LEGO Minecraft is all about creativity, and we need more of that nowadays. I feel like they've done that really well in the Fortress, the way that you can take it apart while still being a large set that looks amazing in its original form. So that point obviously goes to the Fortress, so at the moment it is 2-1 to the Fortress. But there's one thing that could change it all. This is displayability. Now displayability is something that I care a lot about because it's just really cool. I really love a displayable set that you can put on a shelf and admire. But both of these sets are awesome, with the Nether Fortress being a natural structure and the Fortress being a playable structure. They're both super displayable, but I feel like the Fortress might take this one as well. Being a larger set makes it a little bit more displayable, as I said earlier. The way it's designed makes it huge and is super cool. Fortresses have always been cool to display in LEGO Minecraft, so I feel like it's going to be an epic build with an epic displayability. I think it's a cool set, but both the Nether Fortress and the Fortress are really good at this. And there's one final round. This is accuracy. Now, the obvious winner of this one is probably going to be the Nether Fortress. Now, I know they all have inaccuracies, that's just LEGO Minecraft in general, but I feel like because it's a natural structure, that just makes it more accurate to the game. I'm not sure if anyone's built the Fortress in the game, but I know that a Nether Fortress does exist in the game. So that kind of wins it the accuracy point, and that Pigman is awesome. Super accurate and looks amazing. I love the Pigman figure that comes in the set. It just makes it a very accurate set, and I feel like it wins that point. So the final score is 4-2 to the Fortress. So it was a little bit close, but the Fortress comes out on top. They're both super cool sets, but I think the Fortress just wins that little bit more, just because of its size and displayability. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe up there, another video down there. Really hope you enjoyed. See you all next time.